Welcome to Daily Dose of Divine. Throughout history, countless saints have left an indelible mark on Christianity, shaping faith, inspiring generations, and embodying the love of God. Today, we explore the lives of some of these extraordinary men and women who changed the course of history through their unwavering devotion. Let's begin. In the late 4th century, a young nobleman from Aquitaine, born into wealth and privilege, made an extraordinary choice. He turned away from the grandeur of Roman society to embrace a life of faith, study, and simplicity. This is the story of Saint Sulpicius Severus, lawyer, historian, biographer, and devoted follower of Saint Martin of Tours. Sulpicius Severus was born around the year 363 in Aquitania, present-day France. Educated in the great schools of Bordeaux, he became a master of Latin letters and jurisprudence. His eloquence as a lawyer was widely admired, and his future promised wealth and prestige. But fate had other plans. Tragedy struck early in his life when his wife, the daughter of a wealthy consular family, passed away, leaving him childless. In his sorrow, Severus sought meaning beyond the material world. It was at this crucial moment that he encountered Saint Martin of Tours, the humble bishop whose faith and miracles would profoundly change his life. Inspired by Martin's asceticism, Severus renounced his wealth, devoted himself to Christianity, and chose a life of contemplation and good works. This decision led to a rupture with his father, but his mother-in-law encouraged his faith. According to his friend Paulinus of Nola, he abandoned the rhetoric of Rome for the teachings of Christ. Saint Martin in the 4th century, during the height of the Roman Empire, a young soldier named Martin set out on a journey that would change not only his own life but also the course of Christian history. This is the story of Saint Martin of Tours, a soldier, monk, and a bishop who became one of Christianity's most beloved saints. Born around the year 316 in Pannonia, modern-day Hungary, Martin was raised in a military family. His father, a high-ranking officer in the Roman army, expected his son to follow in his footsteps. By the age of 15, Martin was conscripted into the army and served as a cavalry officer in Gaul, now France. One night, while stationed in Amiens, Martin came across a poor beggar suffering from the bitter cold. Moved by compassion, he took his sword, cut his cloak in half, and gave one part to the man. That very night, Martin had a vision of Christ wearing the very cloak he had given away, saying to the angels, "Martin, still a catechumen, has clothed me with this robe." This powerful experience led Martin to seek a deeper commitment to his faith. Shortly after, Martin decided to leave the military, declaring that he could no longer fight in battle, stating, "I am a soldier of Christ, I am not allowed to fight." He was later baptized and sought a life of spiritual devotion. Under the guidance of Saint Hilary of Poitiers, Martin became a monk and founded one of the earliest monasteries in Gaul. His simple, humble way of life and his devotion to God attracted many followers. Despite his desire for a quiet, contemplative life, Martin's reputation for holiness spread, and in 371, he was chosen, some say even tricked, into becoming the Bishop of Tours. Even in this position, he remained devoted to the poor and continued to live modestly, tirelessly preaching and spreading Christianity throughout the region. Throughout his life, Martin was known for his miracles, healing the sick, exorcising demons, and even reviving the dead. But more than his miraculous deeds, it was his love, humility, and unwavering faith that made him a beacon of light in his time. After decades of service to God and his people, Saint Martin passed away on November 8, 397, at the age of 81. His funeral was attended by thousands, a testament to the love and admiration he had inspired. To this day, his legacy lives on, his name honored in churches and towns across Europe, his feast day celebrated on November 11th. Saint Martin of Tours, a soldier who chose peace, a bishop who embraced humility, and a man whose life continues to inspire generations. May his story remind us of the power of kindness, faith, and the courage to W. Severus would go on to write some of the most important Christian historical works of his time. His Chronicle, a sweeping history from creation to his own day, provided insight into the Priscillianist heresy, the Arian controversy, and the role of the Church in the waning days of the Western Roman Empire. His literary brilliance made sacred history accessible to a refined Roman audience. Yet his most famous work was the Life of Saint Martin, a biography that shaped the saint's legacy for centuries. More than a mere life story, it was a testament to the power of holiness, miracle working, and monastic devotion. This book, along with his dialogues and letters, spread Martin's fame and reinforced the spiritual ideals of the early Church. Late in life, Severus may have struggled with theological controversies. Some sources claim he was briefly influenced by Pelagianism but repented and performed penance. Though little is known about his later years, his works continued to shape Christian thought long after his passing. Around the year 425, through his writings, Sulpicius Severus ensured that the life of Saint Martin and the turbulent religious landscape of his time would never be forgotten. Today, he is venerated in the Eastern Orthodox Church, a testament to his enduring impact on Christian history. A nobleman, a scholar, a saint, Sulpicius Severus dedicated his life to chronicling faith, preserving history, and inspiring generations to come. In the heart of Rome, a young woman stood unshaken in the face of persecution. Noble by birth, steadfast in faith, and unwavering in her devotion, this is the story of Saint Martina of Rome, the martyr who defied an empire. Born into a prominent family, Martina was the daughter of an ex-consul. Orphaned at an early age, she dedicated her life to Christianity. In an era where faith in Christ was met with hostility, she refused to hide her beliefs. Under the rule of Emperor Severus Alexander, Christians faced brutal persecution. Martina's unwavering faith made her a target. Arrested and commanded to renounce Christianity, she refused. This defiance set her on a path of unimaginable suffering. Her tortures were relentless, scourged and condemned to death by wild beasts in the amphitheater. But as legend tells, not a single creature dared harm her. When thrown into fire, the flames left her untouched. Many saw these miracles as divine intervention, leading even some of her executioners to convert to Christianity. After surviving multiple attempts on her life, Martina was ultimately beheaded. She embraced her martyrdom with grace, inspiring those who witnessed her final moments. Her death was not the end, but the beginning of her veneration. Her remains were transported to Rome, where a church was built in her honor near the Mamertine prison. Santi Luca e Martina. Centuries later, in 1634, a remarkable discovery was made. During renovations, painter Pietro da Cortona uncovered what were believed to be the relics of Saint Martina. Pope Urban VIII, deeply moved by the discovery, ordered the church's restoration. He even composed hymns dedicated to Saint Martina, ensuring that her legacy lived on in the prayers of the faithful today. Saint Martina is remembered as a patron saint of Rome, her feast day honored on January 30th. A beacon of courage, faith, and divine protection, she remains an inspiration for all who stand firm in their beliefs. In the late 16th century, in the noble halls of Vignanello, Italy, a child was born who would one day become a beacon of humility in service. This is the story of Saint Hyacintha Mariscotti, a woman who turned from a life of luxury to one of deep faith and selfless charity. Born in 1585 into the distinguished Mariscotti family, she was baptized as Clarice. But when he chose to wed her younger sister Hortensia instead, a heartbroken Clarice made a drastic decision. She entered the monastery of her youth, taking the name Hyacintha. Yet, her heart remained divided, as she continued to enjoy worldly comforts even within the cloistered life. For 10 years, Hyacintha lived in contradiction, wearing fine clothing, keeping luxurious items, and entertaining visitors. But despite this, her devotion to her faith remained strong. Her father, Count Marcantonio Mariscotti, and mother, Countess Ottavia Orsini, ensured that she and her sisters received an excellent education at the monastery of St. Bernardino. It was here that her sister Ginevra chose to take religious vows, inspiring young Clarice, though her own heart was still drawn to the pleasures of the world. Clarice dreamed of a noble marriage, setting her sights on the Marchesi Capezzucchi. Then came a turning point. an illness so severe that the monastery's confessor came to bring her the Eucharist. Shocked by the luxuries in her cell, he urged her to reflect on the vows she had taken. Deeply moved, Hyacintha underwent a complete transformation. She cast off her elegant garments, donned a humble tunic, and embraced a life of austerity. She walked barefoot, fasted, and spent long nights in prayer. But she did not stop there. Her newfound devotion led her to care for the sick, particularly during a devastating plague. Her compassion extended beyond the monastery walls. She founded 2 confraternities, the Oblates of Mary, also known as the Sacconi, to provide alms for the poor, assist the convalescent, and care for prisoners. Through these acts, she transformed the lives of countless people. On January 30, 1640, Hyacintha passed away, leaving behind a legacy of charity and humility. So beloved was she that at her wake, her habit had to be replaced 3 times as mourners took pieces to keep as relics. Recognized for her holiness, she was beatified by Pope Benedict XIII in 1726 and canonized by Pope Pius VII in 1807. Today, her remains rest in the church that now bears her name, a testament to her enduring impact on the world. Saint Hyacintha Mariscotti, once a noblewoman of privilege, she chose the path of sacrifice, proving that true richness lies in faith and service. May her story inspire us all to live with compassion and humility. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories of faith. The life and legacy of Saint John Bosco, in the rolling hills of Becce, Italy, on August 16, 1815, a child was born who would become a beacon of hope for countless youths, Giovanni Melchiorre Bosco, affectionately known as Don Bosco. From a tender age, John exhibited a profound spirituality and an innate ability to captivate his peers. He often entertained local children with engaging stories and simple magic tricks, seamlessly weaving in lessons of faith and morality. Ordained as a priest in 1841, Don Bosco was deeply moved by the plight of the youth in Turin. The city, grappling with the challenges of industrialization, was home to many young souls left vulnerable and neglected. Determined to make a difference, Don Bosco established the Oratory of St. Francis Delaware Sales. Here, he provided not only religious instruction but also practical education and a safe haven for boys in need. Rejecting the punitive methods common in education at the time, Don Bosco championed a preventive system rooted in reason, religion, and loving kindness. He believed in guiding the young with patience and understanding, fostering an environment where they could thrive. To ensure the continuation of his mission, Don Bosco founded the Salesian Society in 1859, named in honor of St. Francis Delaware Sales. This congregation was dedicated to the education and welfare of young people, especially the underprivileged. Recognizing the need to support young girls as well, he collaborated with St. Mary Mazzarello to establish the Daughters of Our Lady Help of Christians in 1872, extending his compassionate outreach. Beyond his educational endeavors, Don Bosco was a pioneer of what is now known as gospel magic. He used magic and illusions not merely to entertain. St. John Bosco's life is a testament to the profound impact one individual can have through faith, compassion, and a commitment to nurturing the potential within every young person. But to convey spiritual lessons, capturing the attention of the youth and making the teachings of faith accessible and engaging. Today, the legacy of St. John Bosco lives on through the global network of Salesian institutions. His innovative approach to education and unwavering dedication to the young continue to inspire and transform lives around the world. St. John Bosco's life is a testament to the profound impact one individual can have through faith, compassion, and a commitment to nurturing the potential within every young person. These remarkable saints have left an enduring mark on Christian history, inspiring generations with their faith, courage, and devotion. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss our future documentaries on these other great saints.